Okay, so this is the full spectrum of everything that I have. So right here, I have the set of plastic drawers, and as you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers, and this is a combination of both old and new makeup items. As you can see, we're already getting a cat cameo. She has no idea that I'm doing this, and she's very curious about what's going on. Really? Okay. Well, she's gonna do her thing, and eventually she'll get bored and go somewhere else, but for now, she's very curious. So, this right here is a mixture of old and new makeup. So I've had this for a really long time, and I do like that it keeps everything organized, but a lot of stuff in here is just in there for storage, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I like it or that it works, but it's just kind of been put in here to keep it all in one place. And then the other thing I have here is the makeup bag from my last video, which has all of the kitty cats on it. And this I'm going to use to put any makeup that I don't necessarily have room for or like want to store in here, but it's still good and I don't want to get rid of it. And then this stuff over here that you can't really see all that well is a bunch of loose makeup that has kind of just been sitting on the counter and either needs to find a home in here or in here, because otherwise the cat will knock it over, and I don't want that to happen to any more of my stuff. So I'm gonna do my best to, I guess, illustrate this and have the best angle of it. I will, do what I can to make it all visible. Alright, so let's get started. Hi. It's not for you. It does have cats on it though. Have you decided that it is for you? Not everything's for cats, right? Well, that's the video done, because she has decided that it's a bed. And it's not a bed, it's a makeup bag. Mia Ham. Mia. I'll make sure I get your good side, okay? Alright, you know what? If you're gonna stay there, it's not gonna stop me. You'll just be in the video, okay? Can you sit and be good? Alright. Okay, so the top drawer, the one up here, is mostly brushes and fake beauty blenders. I actually didn't know until not that long ago that Beauty Blender was a brand. I thought that's just what these were called, but they're all These are all knockoff ones. So I actually have a lot of these, and I do need to pare them down because it's too many of them. But thankfully, some of them are more obviously, I guess, like busted than the other ones. So this one I've had forever, and it's really old and crusty and full of foundation. I'm sure it still works, but it's just had its day. So this one is going away. I forgot to mention it, but I definitely want to store the best stuff in here and then sort of like the backup stuff in here. But if there's anything that is expired or old or I hate it, I am just going to make the decision to throw it away. And that one is definitely getting thrown away, which means that I have 2 pink ones, a blue one, and a yellow one. This yellow one's a little bit, I prefer them to be a lot more dense and not so, I guess, squishy. I noticed when I used this one last, and it's probably because it's so cheap, but it just absorbed into here instead of going on my skin, and that is a waste of money and product. So I think I'm going to get rid of that one, this one too. So I will keep these ones off to the side while I go through the other brushes and stuff. I'll just put them up here. To be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of the brushes. Maybe. We'll see, but I don't think there's an overwhelming amount of them. None of them are like super high quality or anything, but so the first one is this one right here, and this one is actually specifically for foundation. It is super soft, like I can't even describe how soft it is, and I just really like it. And I just think that it's relatively new. I haven't had it for long, and it's not damaged or anything in any way, and I don't know what it's made out of, but it's so insanely soft. So I'm definitely keeping that. And then there's a random bobby pin that's getting thrown away because I don't use them. So as far as large brushes, these are the ones that I have. And none of them are damaged or anything, but I probably don't need all of them. Let's go through. So this right here is an ELF. It says professional bronzing brush. I don't have any bronzer right now, but I actually did use it for that bronzer and blush. I like the color of it. It's almost like a reddish brown, but like very red. So I'm gonna keep that one. I think I would like to look at these two because they're similar. They're both from Ulta. I don't remember getting them, so I must have had them for a long time. This one says blush and this one says contour brush. I have never contoured a day in my life, nor do I have any idea how to contour. Maybe one day I will learn on YouTube. I don't really know, but I don't need it. I'm gonna get rid of that one. They're just so similar, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna keep either of them, because compared to the quality of the brushes, like the actual bristle part, both of these feel and look really cheap. So this one's gonna go to, I know it seems like I'm being like unnecessarily harsh with them, but I can't even tell you how long I've had some of this stuff for, and it really needs to be pared down. I really want to make room for, and I mean, I don't have any plans to buy a lot of new stuff, but I really want to just have only what I need. So these two, they don't have brands on them, and they're probably also like just cheap, but they are much softer and better quality than the other ones. They're larger. I use both of them, whether it's for powder or just like blush or different products. So these two I'm definitely gonna keep. Now this one is an ELF foundation brush, and I've used it for something because it's definitely used. It looks like maybe glitter or something. It's very glittery. It's also very stiff, and I've had it for a really long time. I think I might have used it for some other product that it had no business being used for. So this one's gonna go. And then we have this one, which clearly I haven't used because it's still in the packaging. That's a little sad. I don't remember where I got this from, but I don't have anything else that has the same purple or glitter design. So this is the only one. It says, I don't even know what that means. Something glam. So it must have come with a gift set or something. It's really pretty. It's got these two little jewels on there. It's almost kind of like a troll doll. And it's very soft and obviously unused, which is, you know, very different from the other ones. So I'm gonna keep it. And it just says angled blush, so that makes sense. And I did get rid of a couple other blush ones, so it's not a big deal to keep this one. I'm not gonna throw away something that's never been used. And then next, I'm going to go through these smaller, thinner ones. Again, that I have way too many, and quite a few of them I don't actually remember the last time that I used them. So let's see. This one right here is Bare Essentials, and I haven't used anything by them. I had used Bare Minerals in the past, but I haven't used anything by them in a really long time, and the brush is kind of gross. So that one is definitely gonna go. I cannot remember the last time I used this one. And then, similar to the other ones, there's some that I'm definitely gonna keep. These three have silver, and this one has like a rose gold, but they all seem to be in good condition, and they have stuff coming off of them. And yeah, I definitely use these ones, and I don't know if they have any brand or anything on them. This one does, the rose gold one. It says Profusion. I don't recall what that is, but that's what it says. So most of these ones I use for eyeshadow, and that, because these are so similar, I usually just grab any of them and use them. They do the same thing, so I'll keep those. And then the only ones that are left are these little baby thin ones. So let's see, these are really pretty. These are also from Ulta. They have like a gold glitter, clear wands and gold glitter. This one's nice. I'll keep this one. This one, yeah, that's fine. And then this one says Techniques, Real Techniques, and this is an ELF eye crease brush. I think I'm probably just gonna keep these. I can see that they're all in decent condition, if not really good condition. I recall using them all fairly recently, and I also am getting rid of 2 beauty blenders and 4 brushes, so I think everything should fit in here nicely. So I'm going to keep the top drawer the same theme, which is brushes and blenders. And everything closes in nicely and smoothly, so I think we're good there. Okay, so now we have the second drawer, and this drawer is primarily foundation and concealer. So this one's going to be an interesting one because there's also a couple other things in here, like some primer and powder, so I'm gonna have to see where everything fits in and probably move some stuff here to the cat cosmetic bag. So let's take everything out. The first thing is this ELF powder. This is actually one of the newest things in general that I have. There's a couple things in here that I very recently got. This is a sheer tint finishing powder, and it's in fair/light, which I'm very fair/light. So it maybe looks old, but it's just because I use it a lot, so it's just got a lot of product on it. And this is one of the ones where it has a couple different compartments. It has the actual powder, and then it has the little spongy sponge underneath of it. I don't typically use the spongy sponge. I use one of my brushes, but so that's that. And then I also have this NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. And yeah, so it just works like a dropper. And then this is in light ivory. This is another really new one that I have. It is called Revlon Photo Ready Candid, and it is in the color Banana, which is really weird because it's number 001, so I don't know how they got banana out of that, but they did. So we have a Rogue Beauty Blender, and I don't like this one. I'm sure they have reasons for it, and other people probably like it, but the angles of it, it's angled on both sides and then angled weird at the top, and I just don't prefer it, so it is going bye-bye. Alright, and then I also have these two primers, and technically there's nothing wrong with them, so I'm gonna keep them, but I don't use them, so we'll see what happens with that. And then the last couple of things are this Maybelline Dream Luma Touch Concealer, and then a Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer from Too Faced, Almay Clear Complexion Concealer in Light, and Pacifica Dream Lit Under Eye Brightener. So this drawer in particular is definitely going to be one where a lot of stuff gets yeeted into the cat bag. The other thing that is more complicated is that typically in the past I would put foundation in here, and I have a lot of foundations too. I have a lot of foundations and a lot of concealers, and it's mostly just because I'm really not that good at doing makeup. Some days are better than others. I kind of have like a pretty similar routine kind of thing, and I'm always looking for stuff that, I don't know, like will match correctly or just sits well on my face. Like I'm kind of always on the hunt for either something better or something new, and so I try a lot of them out. All of these are pretty cheap, even if they look like they're not, because I almost always get stuff at Marshall's or like a clearance or coupon at Ulta. So I think my least favorite out of these ones for sure is this one, the Luma Touch one. It has one of the bases that clicks, like click, 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 and I don't really like it. I've used it a couple times. The brush is really weird. Like using the attached brush is really weird. So this one I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna miss you, goodbye. This one is 1000% gonna stay. I got this recently. I believe I got it at Target and I loved it right away, which does not usually happen. So this one is gonna stay. This one here, the Born This Way, I've had Too Faced products before and actually really like them a lot, but this one I think it's just a little bit too light for me, and it shows. Like, it's compared to some of the other ones, I think it's just too fair. So I don't hate it, and I might need it in a pinch or to blend it with something, so it's gonna go in the cat bag. And then both of these are kind of similar in that there's nothing really wrong with them per se, but they're just okay, and I don't reach for them automatically. Like, they're not my favorite. So I'm really torn about this one, the NYX droplet one. So this one is actually technically supposed to be foundation, but I have almost exclusively used it as concealer. Really, I have only really used it under my eyes. So this is definitely, it's not new, but there's nothing wrong with it. It hasn't been used a lot for sure, and I can't see throwing it away, so I'm gonna put it in the cat bag. this primer, it is Beauty Concepts Foundation Primer, and it is a color correcting formula, which is why the outside of it is pink, because actually the inside of it is pink too. And it says used to brighten dull and tired skin. So I had read somewhere, maybe I saw it on a YouTube video, either way, it was kind of a craze for a little bit to use this pink one, and there's also a green one, and it was supposed to cancel out different colors, like if you had red skin or whatever. I bought this one and I didn't really use it much, so I'm not gonna throw it away, but I'm gonna put it in the cat bag because I really don't use it much. Now this one I've used more, but I don't use it a lot. To be honest with you, I don't use primer a lot in general. But again, there's nothing wrong with it for sure. This one says smooths skin and blurs. This one says it's true blend, skin smoothing, and blurs flaws to create the perfect canvas. Yeah, I really don't want to throw it away, but I'm not going to use it. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I did, so I imagine that, you know, I'm probably not going to reach for it anytime soon. At a certain point in time, I'm going to have to go through this bag as well, and after a certain amount of time passes, if I haven't used anything in here, it's going to have to just go for good, but for now, this can go in here. This I'm definitely keeping. Like I said, I just got it recently and I really like it. So that actually brings me over to here with the loose makeup and stuff, because quite a few of the things over here are foundation, which would normally go in this second drawer, but have kind of just been loose on my counter, and I would like to fix that. So I want to go through these, and this is going to be difficult because quite a few of these are new and quite a few of them I really like. So let's see. Okay, well, first up, I'm going to talk about this one, and this is by Benefit, and it is called Hello Happy in shade number 1. I don't think they had a lot of shades, but of course I'm number 1. I'm usually almost always the lightest, or like within the first 3 of them. So I actually really love this foundation. It's called Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation, and they have these little smiley face dude on it. And of course, I went to Ulta a couple years ago in search of foundation, and I was like, I want to try all of them, and in the end I'm going to pick the one I like, because I was trying to have like a brand that, like a go-to one that I could just keep buying, because I didn't want to have to keep searching for them. So this was the one I picked. I really, really loved it. And of course, they discontinued it. They now make similar foundation to this, but it's in a stick, like one of the ones where you twist it up, kind of like a giant lipstick, but foundation. And I'm just not interested in that. So, and I'm actually, the one woman at Ulta said that a lot of people don't like them. So this has a tiny bit left, and I've basically just been using it to the end, and then we have to say goodbye. But I am gonna keep it until it's done because I like it so much. And then this is the cast of characters in my latest search for foundation. And I have to say that I'm actually pretty happy with the search so far. So we have this one right here, which is Maybelline Fit Me in number 105, which is Fair Ivory. So there's this one, and it's got a cool square bottle. It's glass, so that one's pretty good. And then we have this one, which is Physicians Formula Natural Defense, and it has SPF, which is really, really nice, and it is in the color Fair, just Fair, that's what it's called. And that one has a little pump tube. You can see that I've used it. Then I have this one, which is Revlon Color Stay 24 Hours, and that is in number 130, which is Porcelain. And this one also has SPF, which is nice. And then I have this one, which is MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Foundation. And this is, I believe it's just called 1. Like it's just the number 1. So I'll start with this one since it's in my hand. This one is 1000% staying because I got it at Ulta when it was on sale, and then I had a crazy coupon. Normally it is definitely not cheap, at least for me. I don't spend a lot of money on makeup. So this one was actually suggested by one of the people. I tried a couple other ones on too, but because it's good on camera, so because I have a couple of YouTube channels and I eventually would like to do some other stuff, maybe like TikTok or whatever, I decided that I really wanted something that was good on camera, and I tried it on in the store and I loved it. And so yeah, I use this most of the time when I'm getting ready for any filming and just put powder over it. So that's definitely staying. Of all of the ones here, and I don't need 4 to be in like my normal rotation, of all the ones here, I would say that this one's my least favorite. And I definitely don't hate it. I'm not getting rid of it for sure, but it's my least favorite out of the 4. So that's gonna go in the cat bag. And then I think these ones are probably like an equal second place. I'm not including the Hello Happy in my rating because it's gone. So I think I could probably buy it on like eBay or like a resale thing, but eventually it's just gonna be gone from everywhere. So I'm gonna see if this stuff all fits, and if it does, I'm gonna keep it all out here, and if it doesn't, then I'll have to make some choices. But let's see. So I'll keep this stuff in the back because I don't use it as much. Powder, the concealer. I'm gonna have to get another one of these because I really like it. And then let's see. It actually fits fine. It's not overstuffed or anything, and I don't want anything to be overstuffed, so it should close fine. So now we're got 2 drawers down. The next one is another one we're gonna have to make some choices. This one is the mascara drawer, and it also randomly has this, which I guess it's because I put it in here because it's eye related, and this is like all eye stuff. This is Alba Botanicals Hydration Sensation Gel, and it's not necessarily like a depuffing thing, but it has the similar roller ball that a depuffer would use, and it is specifically for under your eye and to keep everything hydrated and stuff. It says that it has blue lotus flower water, and it just says to gently massage product around eye area using the metal roller ball. To be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I used this, although I wish that I did more. So I'm gonna decide about that another time, but we'll see. So I mentioned in my last video, which is the Marshalls haul video, that I have a mascara problem, and unfortunately I am always looking for the next best mascara, and every time I go to Marshalls I try a couple of them out. Even though I have a fair amount here, there are very few that are more than like $4. Some of them are like $2, so I try to not spend a crazy amount on them because I am just trying to find one or two that I really like that I can keep going back and buying. My ultimate goal with this stuff in general, with makeup in general, is to kind of just get a routine and get like a couple of brands or even one brand that I can just keep buying, and for some reason it just hasn't happened, so it's probably my fault. But anyway, so right off the bat we have the two pearlescent ones that I just got at Marshall's like a couple days ago. So what I'm gonna do is put one of them in the cat bag and then keep one of them because these are brand new. There's no way I'm getting rid of any of those. This next one makes me really sad because I wanted to love it so much. It's called CoverGirl Peacock Flare, and obviously you know I'm obsessed with teal. It's my favorite color, and this is teal and it has really cool designs, but unfortunately not only is it like really gloopy and stuff like that, it said on the package that it was made with, I want to say it was like avocado or something like that. Anyway, the problem with it is that it smells really bad. The first time I opened it and like brought it closer to my face because I was going to put it on my eyes, I was like, ooh. So honestly, I don't even know why I haven't thrown this one out already, but this one's gotta go. Now the next one that I'm gonna pull is this one to keep because this one's actually relatively new too, and I really like it. It's called Voluminous Butterfly, and it's by L'Oreal. So this one also has some teal to it. I have a problem, and it has a really unique brush. It's I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to put it up against the white. It almost has like an extra tapered edge, like almost like a scoop to it. And when I saw it, when I opened it, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but every time I've put it on, I've really liked it. So this one's gonna stay. And then from here on out, it's gonna be interesting. So this one right here, I don't know if any of you guys have seen another video where I made this one. So this one here, this one is from Ulta and it's orange, and it is by far one of my least favorite mascaras. This is another one that I do not know why I have not thrown it away yet. Now this one's from Ulta too, and the brush is really weird. It's like a stubby little one. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's definitely not as bad as the other. Then I have this like neon purple one, which is Wet n Wild Mega Length. It's kind of weird. Oh, this one does not smell good. This one smells like paint, like when you're painting your house. So that's gotta go. This one here is, oh, this is the Shine one called She Glam. Outrageous Curl. I think I tried this one and I liked it. The only problem, and I hate to say this, but the only problem with these is this makeup, like, I don't know where it comes from, and the eyeshadow that I had gotten from there had like kind of a weird smell, and I just don't know that I trust it to be super safe on my skin because it's super cheap and has absolutely no ingredients or anything on it. So I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Then I have this one, which is CoverGirl Total Tease. And I think I've always liked this one. It also has a unique brush because it has the main thing up front and this little like soul patch on the back. And one of the reasons I'm going to keep this is because it's waterproof. And I don't know if any of the other ones are. They may be. So I'm going to keep this one. So now we're down to 4. So we have, oh, this one is waterproof. Absolutely waterproof. This one seems extremely dried up. And I can't remember the last time I used it, so that one's gonna go. And I have this ELF one. I can't even remember when I got this one. This one's kind of gloopy. This one is Beauty Concepts Volumizing Mascara. This one's fairly new and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not my favorite, so it's going in the cat bag. And then we have Fully Charged, and I'm guessing that it says Pure. It's like P-U-R, but with the accent on it. Oh my gosh, that one, it's huge for such a little brush. And it's very dry. So that is obviously a very solid amount of them that I'm getting rid of, but to be honest with you, it is seriously about time. So many of those are either dry or I can't remember when I used them, so they gotta go. Now there's a couple other things that were in that drawer. There's this right here. Which is a very crinkly bag of mascara wands, like just, I don't know what you would call them, I guess just like extra ones or stuff to use if one of the wands breaks or if it's like super dried out. I'm definitely going to keep these, although when I got them I thought I was going to use them a lot more than I do. So I'm going to put them in the cat bag because I think I've only used like 1 or 2 in the span of a year, so it really doesn't justify keeping them in the main like holder. And then the other 3 things that were in that drawer were these 3 eyeliners. Now, I used to wear eyeliner a lot more than I do now. I only have these 3. This one is my favorite. This is Exaggerate Smoke and Shine from Rimmel London, and this is the one that has the one side that's the eyeliner and then the bottom, which is the smudger. I don't really use the smudger, I don't know how, but the reason I like this one, the color is called Copper Bling, which is just a cool name, but this one is the only brown one that I have, and I found over time that the brown looks a lot better than the jet black on me. So I'm gonna keep this one. And then I have 2 ones that are in jet black. One is ELF, and this one is, oh, it's also ELF, it's just this one is a shimmer one, and it has a very broken pencil sharpener on it. Both of these are super old. However, they both work. So this one is going to go in the cat bag, and this one will stay out because it's just a lot more, I don't know, like it doesn't look as busted and old. But yeah, to be honest with you, I've kind of gotten away in general from using eyeliner, and you know, we've all kind of had our goth phase. So, you know, when I was in high school and we just started getting into makeup, all of us had such ridiculous amounts of eyeliner on, and man, that was a bad look. Thankfully, we didn't have cell phones and stuff back then. So there's not too many pictures of me with crazy eyeliner and a System of a Down hoodie. So I'll keep this one. So I have one black and one brown. And since I pared that one down so much, I think I'm going to keep this in there. I would like to use it more. I don't want it to go bad before I don't get a chance to use it, so I'll just keep it in here. And it is eye related. One other thing that I see over here, which is kind of just like a loose thing, is this eyeshadow. This is Nicole Miller Golden Nudes eyeshadow palette, and it's something that I kind of go to fairly often. So I actually have enough space in here now to set this in, and it is eye related, so I don't think that it's messing the drawer up too much. Okay, so we have two left, and this one right here is lips, lipstick, lip gloss, all that good stuff. So let's see. Okay, so right off the bat, I see that we have a hidden mascara. This one is called Roller Lash, and it's by Benefit. It may be a little bit more dried up than I wish that it was. It's not completely though, and I actually love this one. I would like to get the full size one of this at some point, but I wanted to use the other ones up. Like, I really am trying to not overdo it. So many of the things that are here, especially the ones that I've thrown out, are years old. I've just not gone through this, so I'm gonna put this in the one above it because there's room, and I do really like that one. Okay, so what we have here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with the ones that I know for sure I'm gonna keep. And number one is this one, this little one. And this one is by the company, it's called Bite, B-I-T-E, and the color is Chai. Now, I actually don't like chai tea, but I love this, and this is actually the color that I wore in my Marshalls video that everyone seemed to love. It's this little mini one, so eventually I'll probably have to find it in a bigger size if they still make it, because I actually really like this one too. I don't remember where I got it, so that should make it extra not fun to find, but it's just this little one. I think I've had it for a while, and I've always really liked it, so that's gonna stay. The other one that I really like is this one. This is by Ulta. It is a really reflective gold color, and this one is the one that I wear in like 90% of my videos. It is the color Barely There, and It's just your everyday neutral color, and I think it's a really good way to have something on without it being overpowering. Sometimes, you know, like this one where you just want to go for it, like that's cool. But for 90% of the time, I like to just have a very simple kind of like nude lip. So this one's my current favorite, and I kind of bought it on a whim, I think, when I had a coupon at Ulta, so I'm happy I did. Another one I'm definitely going to keep is this one. This is pretty used. I do use it a fair amount, and the company is called Catrice, but it has like kind of rubbed off because I've used it so much, and it's called Rosy Amber. And this one's more of a lip gloss than a lipstick, but it has just a nice, pleasant, rosy color to it, and I wear it fairly often. These two are old as dirt. This one I can tell is dry. This one, I can't remember the last time I wore it. I don't even know if it has a name. It's by Nicole Miller, but yeah, it's for sure old. This one's gonna go in the cat bag because, I don't know, I don't hate it, I still wear it a lot. Next I have this, which is Floss Gloss, and I just think the color is so cool. It doesn't come off that way, it comes off just like regular gloss, so I assume that it's the color of the packaging. I don't use it a ton, but I do use it, and sometimes I'll put it on top of other things, so I'm gonna keep it. This doesn't really count as makeup. It's Watermelon Soft Lips, like a chapstick, but I use it a lot, and this is where I happen to keep it, so it's gonna stay. Next is this one, and this is by Rimmel, and it's called To Nude or Not to Nude. And it is another one of those that's pretty simple and pretty neutral. I think that this is the one that I used to use all the time before I found this one, and I do think they're pretty similar, so there's nothing wrong with this one, so I'll keep it. This one's gonna go in the cat bag. It's from that Ulta set that I did the video about, and actually that set is in my bathroom closet, so I'll just put it in here. It's not something I use super often because it's pretty bright and purple. I have Burt's Bees. Ooh, it smells like mint. Oh, it says vitamin E and peppermint. This one is interesting because I like it and it works, but it also can sometimes almost feel like it stings on your lips. It's probably not supposed to. But I always like to have lip balm or chapstick or whatever, because especially in the winter, but just in general, I always like to keep it, so I'm not going to get rid of it. The other two things that I have in here are really interesting because I don't use them ever. So this right here is a lip liner. It says gel lip liner, and it's from Sephora, and it's in the color 25 Bellflower. And then I also have this, which is by Bite Beauty again, and it's called Lip Crayon in the color Glacé. So this one, I bought it for a reason. I bought it at Sephora in combination with another one, and I don't remember if I still have it, but this has never been opened. I don't typically wear lip liner. I think it was like someone there had done my makeup and it looked really good, so I just bought what they had used, and then I just didn't know how to do it myself. So I'm not gonna throw this away because it's literally never been opened. It's still in the packaging, and maybe one day I'll figure out how to use it. And then this one's very unique. It is a matte cream lip crayon. So it looks like this, and I believe that it's supposed to act similarly to a lipstick, but it's just a lip crayon because it's matte instead of really like gliding on. I don't hate this, but I don't really use it, so I think I'm gonna put it in the cat bag because it's kind of cool. I don't typically gravitate toward matte stuff, especially lipstick or like foundation or anything like that. So I'm gonna not throw it away. I don't think it deserves to be thrown away, but I don't use it very often. So I really only completely got rid of one thing in there. Everything else is just gonna go in the cat bag for further consideration. Which brings us to our very last drawer. And this one is perfume, for the most part. Okay, so these are all the perfumes that are in the drawer. So we're going to go through, and there's quite a few that I can tell for sure I'm going to keep, and quite a few that I will not. And it's based on a couple different things, some the age of them or whatever. But let's go through them. Okay, so right off the bat, I'll talk about this one. This is something that I never expected to be something that would be sentimental. I'm not a sentimental person when it comes to objects. There are a few things that I have that mean a lot to me. I have a music box and a couple of things, whether it's from events that I went to or whatever. But this in particular is something that it's almost kind of funny to me that it's sentimental. But basically, this is a perfume by Paris Hilton. I don't particularly care about Paris Hilton one way or the other. Like, I'm not like a super big fan or anything like that. Don't dislike her, don't like her, whatever. Pretty neutral on it. It's called Siren, S-I-R-E-N. S-I-R-E-N. And of course it has the teal. I like the teal. But the reason why I have this, it's very old. I've had it for a very long time. And this was actually part of a 4 perfume set that were all the same size. And I think like this one was teal, and then there was like a yellow, a pink, maybe something else. And they were sample sets of her perfume, I think, that you could buy in larger sizes. And it was a gift to me from my grandma. And so I used them, even though I was not super big on Paris Hilton, even at the time, because now I think she's a lot more like respected, and people know that she went through a lot more stuff as a kid than we imagined that she did, and whatever. But back then, it was kind of like, back when she was on TV and stuff. And but I used them, and there were a couple that I liked more than others, and this was one of them. And so my grandma has not been around for a long time now, and her and I have the same birthday. So which is actually coming up April 5th. My birthday is coming up soon, and her birthday as well. So this will always stay with me, and as you can see, there is a tiny amount left. And I decided a while ago that it was going to stay that way. So this obviously is not going anywhere, and it's actually kind of a nice reminder of her, so close to our day coming up. So that's the story of that. And then the other ones, so right off the bat, I'm gonna get rid of these ones. At least I think I'm going to. They do make a great sound. So one of the videos I had done a while back was for this brand called Phlur, P-H-L-U-R, and at the time I really thought I was gonna love these, and I don't use them very much. And the thing about these was that I think that they were trying to make perfumes that were really super unique, like out there, to kind of stand out from the crowd. And they all have kind of weird names. This one's called Hepcat, Greylock, Ameline, Hanami, and Olmsted and Vaux. Now, this one I actually wore. I actually wore on purpose when I went to a trip to Albany, because Olmsted and Vaux are the architects of Central Park and also the park in Albany that I was at. So I wore it to their park because I'm that freaking weird. But they smell a little weird. They're okay. They're fine. Very like layered and complex, but not necessarily in a great way. They're also old. I've had them now for like 3 or 4 years. And one of them, I got a little bit of like a breaking out kind of hives thing, but I couldn't remember which one it was. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm not gonna miss these. But they did make a good ASMR video back in the day, so at least there's that. And all the other ones will be easy. I'm gonna keep all of them. They are all relatively new, and they were all gotten for ASMR. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a perfume store roleplay, and I was able to get a whole bunch of samples, which are all of these, that I used for that video. And yes, they're all fairly new, and I like the majority of them. We have this one, which is Warm Cotton by Clean, J'adore by Dior, Crystal Noir by Versace, Fresh Pink by Moschino. This one has my favorite name. It's called Boucheron, and it doesn't actually smell that great. It's extremely strong, and I think it's for like someone who's 80, but I love the colors, the bright blue, and the name Boucheron, so I'm gonna keep it for now. And we got Rock and Rose by Valentino, Gold Sugar by Pink Sugar, Live Irresistible by Givenchy. First by Van Cleef and Arpels, or Arpels, I don't know how you say it. Pink Flower by Pink Sugar. Goldia, or Goldia, Goldea, Goldia by Bulgari. Silhouette by Christian Siriano. And Bright Crystal by Versace. And then this one right here actually is similar to the Fleur ones. I did a video, I believe I did a video on these too. The brand is called Skylar, Skylar, and the scent is called Meadow. And it looks like I wore this one, I think out of the two brands between Fleur and Skylar, I much preferred Skylar. I didn't end up buying anything extra from them because I just like trying a bunch of different samplers. If I ever found something that I just absolutely loved, I would buy the large bottle of it. But so far I haven't actually even tried all of the other ones yet. So there's still a couple sprays left in this one, and clearly I liked it, so I'm gonna keep it. So the only thing that's left is there's a couple of little things that don't really have a home, and I think what I'm gonna do is maybe just lay them on top of here. So there's this right here, which is my moisturizer, ELF Daily Hydration Moisturizer. I do like this one, but you have to let it sit on your skin for a little bit. When you first put it on, it's very tacky. I do try to use just a little bit because you don't need a lot, but it's very tacky. And so but once it sits on your face for a little bit, then it actually feels really like moisturized and nice. So I'm gonna just put that like at the top up here. And then I also have my eyelash curler, which is this kind of gold color, and this is, the brand is called Cala. I'm sure I got it at Marshall's. And then also, actually this one can go in a drawer. This is a sample sized primer that I got at Ulta. So I'll just put that with all the other stuff because it's so little, but it'll definitely fit. And that's that. So thank you so much for sticking with me. If you have made it this far into the video, you deserve a medal because it's a long one. I was going to organize my stuff anyway, so I thought, why not film it? And then you guys commented that you wanted to see it, so I appreciate you letting me know. Always feel free to suggest things, and I am more than happy to take suggestions, and you can always comment if there's something that you want to see. If I can do it, I will work to make it happen, and either way I will continue to make some new videos. I do have a couple role plays in mind. I haven't done one in a while, so I probably will make my next video a role play. But again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you very soon.